Alright guys, what's up? So I'm back again with another video and another edition of Thursday Mass Effect Talk with your host Finn MA2 in the flesh. But just before we get cracking with this week's video, I just want to say thank you to everyone that has been supporting the channel, watching new content, old content, and that. I mean, obviously the older stuff is the more successful stuff, but to be honest, and I keep going. I just keep going. I just love making Mass Effect content, and the daily uploads and everything and that. And I do need to still try and get back into some live streams at some point, and that, because I still haven't actually, even though I've played the trilogy so many times, I still haven't actually streamed. I've done a full stream of Mass Effect 1 before, which I'm currently doing at the moment. But I've done bits and pieces of Mass Effect 2, but haven't finished a full stream of Mass Effect 2. And I've never fully streamed Mass Effect 3 either, so I've still got to do that at some point, and I definitely will eventually. But at the moment, I am just more preoccupied and more focused on daily video content at the minute. So yeah. But anyway, let's just get on with it. Enough of the riffraff. Riffraff. Yeah, is that the right word? I don't know. No idea. I'm just making it up as I go along. So yeah. Right. So this week's edition of Thursday Mass Effect Talk, I wanted to talk about Ilos. Now, obviously, Ilos is in Mass Effect 1, plays a big part in the whole story, which is basically an old Prothean world which was used for Prothean research. A lot of scientists were working in the final hours and that to try and find solutions of obviously stopping the Reapers, defeating the Reapers. Unfortunately, it didn't work out, and a lot of and some of the scientists eventually went into stasis, and that by Vigil, the Prothean VI, and that would eventually shut down the life support, and that because obviously wanted to keep some power for someone to eventually find the Prothean VI, which is eventually ends up being Shepard, to deliver some very important vital information, and that about the whole Protheans and Reapers, for example. And I just want to talk about, forget about the combat on when you arrive at Ilos in Mass Effect 1. I just want to talk about how, I mean, you'll see it in the thumbnail as well, and obviously I have done I've got a video that's one of my best videos on the channel of the whole dialogue between Shepard and Vigil and stuff the score in the background and everything and that. But all that's brilliant. But it's just Ilos, right? It is so, obviously it's basically an old Prothean world and research facility in ruins. But there's something about it. It's so haunting, which it is, and that if there was nothing there, it would come across as very haunting and creepy, but it's also beautiful as well. I don't know what it is about Ilos and that. It's still, even though I still always say it, there is much more likeable, standout moments, places in the second and third game, which I do stand by that. But at the same time, Ilos has still got to be up there, and that especially for in Mass Effect 1, it has to be. And that, I mean, just the way the ruins are, the way everything looks, and that when you find old women audio and that to do with they cannot be stopped. They cannot be stopped. Obviously if you've played Mass Effect 1, you know what I'm talking about. And then obviously the whole how chilling it is when you're in the in the Mako and that, and obviously you go on through the passageway, which eventually a barrier shows up, and that, and it's a trap and that. But oh no, Saren's not. I don't think Saren's behind this. And then you have the whole score going on, and then obviously you have an elevator that's waiting for you to take you down to see the old Prothean VI to give you that information and that. And it's just very beautiful with the score and everything. It's haunting, it's chilling, but it's so honestly gorgeous, and I'm saying beautiful and gorgeous in the video on that. But honestly, it really is, and that Ilos and that. There's just something special about Ilos and that. And I do think the score, the music, and that, like I said, especially when you meet like Vigil and that, like, it's just absolutely like brilliant. Like it really is. And like it says, the action, like when you're fighting the Geth, like at the start of all this, and then like in the middle and that, and then obviously before you eventually go through like obviously the conduit, which is basically like kind of like a mass railia, like in a way when you think about it, to the Citadel, and that when like in between all that with the action's good. Like the combat is really good with the Geth, but what just kills it and that is just the environment, the designs, and that of the ruins, and that where it all looks like haunting, chilling, but the musical score, and that just before you meet Vigil, and when you are like talking to Vigil and that, it just all like stands out. It really does, because I remember the very first time that I played Mass Effect 1, I was actually on edge in that, when that field barrier, like when it appears, when it's blocking your path, when you're in the make one thing like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen here and that. I was actually dreading it. I mean, obviously I was younger, like back then, the very first time I like actually did that mission and got up to that part, and that I was actually a little bit fearful because I didn't know what to expect and that. So that's why you got like, you have a bit of dread, you have a bit of like a chill. It comes across as a little bit creepy, but then it also comes across as like when you eventually like talk to Vigil and that, and you learn the whole backstory of what like happened and that, like with the whole Protheans and the Rapers and everything. It just comes across as like quite beautiful and that, the whole environment and that, like I said, with the score, and also like, quite sad at the same time as well, about the whole like shutting off like life support with like with the stasis like pods of those Prothean like scientists, the ones that were still trying to keep, they wanted to keep working and that until like the last minute, but obviously eventually, and that to like save some power for that moment to talk to Shepard, had to turn off life support, and obviously those like Protheans like obviously died. Whereas technically, if that wasn't the case and there was plenty of like backup power, you could have had more Javik like situations in Mass Effect 3 basically. But obviously that's a different subject. But yeah, you guys know your thoughts in the comments down below. How do you like find Ilos? Whenever you play Mass Effect 1, you go up to Ilos. What does it make you feel? And like I said, I'm not talking about the combat or anything than that. For me, the combat's like that's just a bonus, and that the whole like how ruined the world looks and that the way it's designed. Do you like get like a chilling, a haunting feeling? But do you find the whole aspect beautiful, and with the musical score in the background when you're talking to like Vigil, and then you've got the whole audio going on, but then you're getting like during like certain dialogue options, you're getting like clips and that of like the stasis pods and that, and like different like shots of like the facility and stuff, which is just absolutely like brilliant and that and beautiful for me. But I want to know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below about how you feel about Ilos and what you personally think of that. I'm very eager like to find out. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this like video. If you have, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. I would really appreciate it, and I mean, also like feel free in that like obviously I do like come up with my own like ideas about what to do, like talk about for these like Thursday like videos, but like any suggestions in the comments down below and that, I would definitely like take them on board. Like what if you want to like discuss certain topics in the Mass Effect universe and that, and I could definitely like consider it. So yeah, so obviously like if not, obviously I'll just come up with like my own and that. But if there was any like suggestions and that, I would definitely like take them on board and like have a look and see what I could do. So yeah. Anyway, guys, so thanks for watching. Thanks for the support as always. Stay safe. Look after yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, wherever you are. And until next Thursday, I will catch you guys next time. So take care and peace.